Welcome back, children, to Miss Bellina's story time. I am very happy that you're joining me today. Guys, I have a wonderful story for you called The Three Little Pigs. Now, it's a story that you may have heard before because it's a folk tale. A folk tale is a story that's been told by mouth again and again. And sometimes a folk tale can change by the person who's telling the story. They may add a little more to it or take something out, but basically the story remains pretty much the same. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. I apologize. This story is told by Paul Galdone. Okay, now we can begin. I always want to highlight who the author is. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with three little pigs. She had no money to keep them, so she sent them off to seek their fortune. The first little pig met a man with a bundle of straw, and he said to him, "Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built his house with it. Along came a wolf. He knocked at the door and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no," said the little pig, "not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So the wolf huffed and he puffed and he blew the house in, and he ate up the first little pig. The second little pig met a man with a bundle of sticks and said, "Please, man, give me those sticks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built his house with them. Then along came the wolf and said, little pig, let me come in." "No, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the house in, and he ate the second little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks and said, "Please, man, give me those bricks to build me a house." So the man did, and the little pig built a house with them. Soon the same wolf came along and said, little pig, let me come in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, said the wolf. Well, he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and puffed, but he could not blow the house in. At last the wolf stopped huffing and puffing and said, little pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips. Where? Said the little pig. On Mr. Smith's farm, said the wolf. I will come for you tomorrow morning. We will go together and get some turnips for dinner. Very well, said the little pig. What time will you come? Oh, at 6 o'clock, said the wolf. Well, the little pig got up at 5. He went to Mr. Smith's farm and got the turnips before the wolf came to his house. Little pig, are you ready? Asked the wolf. The little pig said, Ready? I've been and come back again, and I got a nice pot full of turnips for my dinner. Looks like he outsmarted that wolf. The wolf was very angry, but then he thought of another way to get the little pig. So he said, Little pig, I know where there's a nice apple tree. Where? Said the pig. Down at Merry Garden, replied the wolf. I will come for you at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll get some apples. Well, the little pig got up the next morning at 4 o'clock and went off for the apples. He wanted to get back home before the wolf came, but it was a long way to Merry Garden, and then he had to climb the tree. Just as he was climbing back down with his basket full of apples, he saw the wolf coming. Oh no! Little pig, said the wolf, you got here before me. Are the apples nice? What do you think's gonna happen? Do you think the wolf's gonna get him? I hope not. Yes, very, said the little pig. I will throw one down to you. And he threw the apples as far as he could throw. While the wolf ran to pick it up, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day, The wolf came again and said to the little pig, "Little pig, there is a fair at Shacklin this afternoon. Would you like to go?" "Oh, yes," said the little pig. "When will you come to get me?" "At 3," said the wolf. Boy, this little pig is pretty smart, don't you think? Well, the little pig went off at 2 o'clock and bought a butter churn at the fair. He was going home with it when he saw the wolf coming. The little pig jumped into the butter churn to hide. The churn fell over and rolled down the hill with the little pig in it. This frightened the wolf so much that he turned around and ran home. Wow, he just keeps outsmarting that wolf. Later, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened. A great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me, the wolf said. "Ha! I frightened you then," said the little pig. "I went to the fair and bought a butter churn. When I saw you, I got into it and rolled down the hill." The wolf was very angry indeed. "I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you up," he said. When the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, he hung a pot full of water in the fireplace. Then he built a blazing fire. Just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig took the cover off the pot and in fell the wolf. The little pig quickly put the cover on again, boiled up the wolf, and ate him for supper. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Can you believe that? He really did outsmart that wolf. And the little pig lived happily ever after. The end. Oh, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this wonderful folk tale called The Three Little Pigs. Now, let's take a quick moment and let's just think. Now, why do you suppose that this little pig did not get eaten up by the wolf? Why is it that the other two did, but he didn't? Let's think for a moment. Do you have an idea? You do? Would you like to share? Okay, go ahead. You share first. Wow, very good thought. That's awesome. Well, I'd like to share something too. May I? Thank you. I think that the first two pigs took the easy way out. They didn't think things through. Is straw sturdy and strong for you to live in? No, not really. And then the sticks. Do you think that you could build a house of sticks and it not blow away by the wind or the rain? Right? Yeah, I think those two took the easy way out. They didn't think things through. But the third little pig, he thought it through. How do we know? Well, bricks are strong and sturdy, and I think that was a great material to use to build a home. It was sturdy and strong. You could, build on top of each brick, right? You can make a strong structure with it. So I think that he thought it through. I also think that because he used his mind to think about that, it was also very helpful for him when that big bad wolf came along, because he used his mind to outthink or outsmart the wolf. The wolf was crafty, always thinking of ways that he could get to that little pig. But the pig was smart, and he thought of ways to get away from or to get around being with the wolf. How do we know this? Well, in the story, it shares that each time the wolf said, "Okay, we're going to meet at this time," what did the little pig do? That's right. He left earlier each time, right? So he was thinking about how he could outsmart that wolf. And he got success. He had success because he was able to go and get the things that he needed or wanted. He wanted the turnips for dinner. He wanted the apples, right? And so he thought of ways of doing that. And then in the last portion of the story, it says that the wolf was coming. He saw the wolf coming, and he jumped into the butter churn, and then he rolled down the hill, right? And that scared the wolf, and the wolf ran away, but he still got the butter churn, was able to take that home. And then, of course, that wolf showed up again, and this time when he said he was going to come down the chimney, quickly the pig started a fire and put a big pot of water there to boil. And when that wolf got down into the chimney, he fell into the pot, and he quickly closed him in with the lid. So he was always thinking. So I think the moral of this story is that, number one, don't take the easy way out. Don't do that. Instead, work hard for whatever you want to do. Work at it. Work hard at it. It's not just going to be given to you. You have to work for it, right? You want to have good grades in school? Then do the things necessary to get those good grades. Practice, study, do the things your teacher teaches you. Work hard at it. Do your best at it. And it will pay off. You'll see better grades, improved grades, excellent grades, because you didn't take the easy way out. You studied, you tried, you worked hard. Ask your teacher for help if you don't understand something. Ask for help. Or maybe there's a classmate next to you who understands how to do this, maybe a math problem or something, um, a little bit better than you, and you could reach out to them and say, hey, can you help me to understand this a little bit better? Because sometimes your peers, your classmates, you can learn better from them just by them sitting there and explaining it, because they might explain it to you in a way that's more understandable. So don't forget, don't take the easy way out. Work hard, ask for help, do your best, and you'll meet your goals. All right. Thank you again for joining me in reading this wonderful story called The Three Little Pigs by Paul Galdone. Bye.